Hey guys, it's Falling Petals, also known as Jay, and today I'm going to be telling you what books I read in the month of May 2020. I don't know what I'm doing pretty much every day, so this video may be a little bit terrible. Bear with me, you can give me a dislike, please don't, I'm gonna cry. You can say how ugly I look, you know, we love some positive encouragement. Total this month I read 5 books. Now for me that is a lot, and for some people that may be nothing who have been reading for years and years, but when I was younger, not gonna lie, I read a book like once a year until I got into high school, and then I started loving books. I loved them in middle school too, but high school was when my book reading went full speed. Out of that horrible book slump that you're in and find a really good book to read, it can definitely get you to read again or want to read again. So the first book that I read in the month of May is Call Me By Your Name by Andre. Okay, if I pronounced that wrong, I probably did and I'm going to cry. Anyways, here is the author. If you have not read this book or seen this movie, I am absolutely devastated for you because you missed out on a beautiful experience. So the book, Call Me By Your Name, is about the character named Oliver who goes to live with a family in Italy. And one of the characters that he meets is his love interest named Elio. And a romance is sparked. They find out about each other's lives. There's definitely conflict in this book. The ending broke my heart. This book is really weird. Like, I could talk about it all day, about what joy it gave me, but also the heartbreak it gave me. There's so many mixed emotions that you will feel after reading this book, and I really recommend it for anyone who wants a quick read. I even read it within, I think, a day or two, and it's something that you would not want to miss. The second book that I read in the month of May is Find Me. This book takes place after Call Me By Your Name. It centers around Elio's father's life and basically his life after he divorces Elio's mother and him kind of dealing with finding love again and okay? I'm so bad at explaining shit. Like, you just need to read this book. I'm really not good at explaining things, but it got mixed reviews. I gave it, I believe, a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and it's definitely a book that you should want to read after reading Call Me By Your Name. The third book I read was Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Okay, so John Green has always been that author for me that I never think I want to read his books, and then once I read his books, I get addicted. Everyone says that his characters in his books are all alike and they get bored when they read his books, but overall, I really like his writing style. I find the books to be very interesting. Goodreads, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 because although I did love the book, it's not my favorite. I did have some problems with the pacing in some of the parts. This book is about a man named Russell Pickett who goes missing, and the reward to find him is $100,000. Two friends named Daisy and Ozza goes to find him and investigate and try to see where the father is hiding. What I really also loved about this story and what this book is known for is the talk about mental health. There is a character, the main character is really going through a tough time in a lot of this book, and I feel like anyone who has struggled can relate to some of the things that she is going through, and I felt a terrible pain for her, and I really wanted her to succeed and to feel loved. So it does center around a girl named Ozza and her struggles through growing up and dealing with her mental illness during her everyday life. The fourth book that I read is Radio Silence by Alice Osman. I ordered this on Amazon and I was so excited to read this. It hits you right in the feels, and this book is beautiful. I do give it a 4 out of 5 because in the beginning, the story was just being developed and I did kind of get bored, but once the characters were more developed, I started relating to them more. This book centers around a girl named Frances Genevieve, and she is basically a fantastic student. She gets perfect grades. She's that type of student who works really hard to get where she is, but something is missing in her life. Despite, you know, getting these good grades, she she is very unhappy. The one thing that makes her happy is this podcast named Radio City, and we finally find out who the podcast is owned by. I'm not going to tell you, but you should read the book and find more about it. This kind of deals with a lot of student lives in high school and growing up, and the pressure that grades have on a student's mental health. I could relate to the character of Ellen. I definitely think that you should read this, and it's a book that I think everyone should read once in their life because it had an impact on me, and I'm sure it had an impact on so many people. My final and fifth book that I read in the month of May is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Yes, I am 15 years late. This book came out so long ago, I think in 2011, and it's kind of a spin-off of the series. I think it's like a spin-off of the series of The Mortal Instruments. I'm pretty sure everyone has read the series The Mortal Instruments or have seen the terrible show. No offense to Freeform. New characters are introduced. This is a story about a girl named Tessa Gray who travels to London to find her brother, but she is unfortunately trapped by the Dark Sisters, and they torture her and make her life basically a living hell. I don't know how much I can actually say without giving anything away, but new characters, yes, are introduced, and I really love Will Herondale, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people love. Jem is my baby. If anyone hurts him, I will literally stab them in the heart. Anyways, I'm listening now to the audiobook of Clockwork Prince, which is the second book in this series. This is a trilogy, and that was the final book that I read in the month of May. Now I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I am going to be reading in the month of June. So in the month of June, I picked 5 books that I am going to possibly read. They are definitely on my reading list, and they have been sitting on my shelf for a few months now, and I just need to read them. The first book is Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli, and this book was very popular. I saw the movie Love, Simon, which was based on this book, and after watching the movie, I loved it, so I had to pick up the book, and I'm very late on reading it, but I definitely want to read it. I am back. My camera died, so it's a little bit darker. Where did we leave off? I'm also going to read What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. This is a contemporary, which I've been wanting to read. Whenever I want something lighthearted to read, I tend to go more towards a contemporary than any other genre. I'm also going to read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is the deluxe edition. My mother was the one who actually recommended this to me. I don't really know anything of what it's about, but apparently this book is very, very good, and the ending shocked a lot of people. This is a book that's definitely been on my list of books to read in 2020, or the last of 2020. Another book that I was going to read is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. This, I believe, is good. I mean, it was an award-winning book. All these books are actually quite small, so I should be able to finish them. If I pronounce any of these wrong, I am terribly sorry. I'm just not good at speaking or pronouncing. And the very last book, I recently went to Target and picked up Boat Tempeh by Abigail. This book looked really, really cute, honestly, and I read a little bit about what the book was about. And I love the cover too. She's so beautiful, and just the cover is so pretty. I don't know why, but like there's lanterns on it, and then the side is pink. Like, I'm amazed. So that is the books that I am going to be reading in the month of June. Hopefully I will get to all of these in the month of June. I'm very excited to read all of these and to start my month happy. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for watching my officially second YouTube video. No one's probably gonna watch this, but I am just having fun. Love you guys. Bye.